Hey guys, Matt here with a quick new guide for the last hours of your closed beta experience. The Trial of Tilted Wails are a great source of EXP and loot for your journey to hitting level 15, and are also actually quite a bit of fun. They aren't particularly easy though, so I'd recommend doing them after level 12 and with full green gear. If you don't exactly know where they are, you will find them in the north part of the Arisen Ruins. The path leading to the ruins has an NPC which will give you a quest. He usually stands right around here. This quest will take you to the entrance and have you speak to the merchant in front and also give you a free key to entry. Now you can enter this dungeon on a weekly basis by purchasing 5 keys from the merchant standing outside the entrance of the tower. The trials have 4 rounds and will always present you with multiple doors to enter, starting with 4 options in the first round and giving you only 1 choice by the end. The path makes a big difference in terms of what you're getting as a reward, which is either loot or EXP, but it's also crucial to be able to get to the later rounds for best rewards. My preferred path is this. I first head into the 3rd gate, which is a room filled with 5 chests. 3 of them are mimics and 2 of them are loot chests. The 1st and 4th chests were usually the loot chests for me, however, you can find out by standing in front of the chest, and this is important, holding the use button. If nothing happens, it's a mimic. If your character starts opening the chest, it's actual loot. Make sure not to get impatient and only click the use button, as this will open the chest regardless, and this is what actually triggers the mimic eating you. After you're done, you just loot the chest at the end and then proceed to the next round. This next round is a round of boss fights. Here I recommend going to the middle room where you will fight the goat boss. When entering, you will find a room full of goats. One of them is actually the hidden boss and you'll need to uncover him by hitting the right one. Once you do, the fight starts. The boss is fairly easy, focusing primarily on strikes that hit you in front of him, but beware as he does big damage, so make sure you brought good potions. This would also be a good time to use your summon if you're struggling, as it'll help you a lot during this fight. Periodically throughout the fight, the boss will change back into a goat, and you just need to keep your eye on him as he disappears, and you'll be able to tell what goat he actually changed into. Once defeating him, loot the chest and move on to round 3. Here, I usually went to the left room, which has a merchant where you can purchase some goods at the early runs. There's nothing to this, you just talk to him and move on to the next room. Once you have everything you wanted from this merchant, instead, enter the door to the right, which will have you run through a small maze with 3 switches, one of which activates the door. All you need to do is find the symbol above the switch that lightly resembles the letter M, and then run back out to the exit. Now comes the final round, which is the boss fight. Now, if you're ranged, rejoice, this will be super easy for you. Melees, on the other hand, will struggle quite a bit more here. The main gimmick of this boss, which happens frequently, is that he jumps into the air and falls on his ass, which will knock you down and do damage to you, so make sure to dodge this. But about a half a minute in, the boss will do this exact move again, but this time lava will spawn throughout the entire arena. You need to jump on the edge of the arena and find the red glowing orb underneath a statue. Pressing the use button on this statue will have it drain the arena and you can return to the fight. The problem is, the boss will also follow and try to hit you while you do this, so the best way is to actually kite him to the opposite side of the arena, wait for him to start an attack, and then quickly run to the switch so you have enough time to finish the interaction. Preferably along the edge and not through the lava like I did here. Using a summon in this fight when the lava is down is very recommended, as the damage does matter. Now as for the ranged players, as I promised, this is fairly easy. Just keep running around the edge and shooting him. When he comes close or starts an attack, just dodge out and then shoot again. It's really easy. Once you kill the boss, loot the chest at the end, and rejoice for completing the trials. When you exit, make sure to buy the rewards from the merchant in the front. Start with the permanent stat upgrade potions, and then purchase a set of green gear from him. These can be used to imbue your normal gear with passive skills in town. Alright, that's it for this guide, guys. Have a good one, and as always, if this was helpful, please leave a like, and if you want to see more of this type of content, just let me know in the comments. Take care.